like me, you know. And it's such a dangerous game to play because that's the whole point usually of the other person. They're just playing a game, so you're probably putting your heart into them and your like love and everything into them, and quite frankly, they just don't really care. Hello, this is an up-to-date vlog. So I haven't filmed all summer, so this is my first vlog, my first video I've made in a while. Sorry, I just woke up, so my voice is adjusting. But I have been meaning to film this summer, but life has been interesting and I'm trying to get back to a normal routine. So today I wanted to film a little get ready with me and a chit chat get ready with me. I'm not gonna go through like all the products I use on my face. It's just gonna be like a chit chat. So if you have questions about things I'm using, comment it below and I'll respond back to you. So I've been MIA for a little bit. I just was not super motivated to film. I was kind of in a rut for a while, and then school this past semester really kicked my butt. So if you guys are new to my channel, I'm a pre-med student and I was going to apply to med school this summer, but things changed. So let me just go a little bit more in depth about that. So I was studying for my MCAT, but I was also taking biochemistry and physics too. And physics too, like I was averaging like 60% or below on my exams, so I was not doing well. And everyone told me that physics 2 is easier than physics 1, and I disagree because I felt like it was so much harder for some reason. So every exam I was studying, like I was reading the textbook, I was putting in probably like 10 hours a week outside of my class time studying this material, and for some reason like I just could not understand it. So every single exam I'd get this horrible test anxiety because I was on like a downward trajectory of my lab exam. For some reason I took a 400 level biochemistry. There was a 300 level that I could have taken. I don't know why I pressured myself into taking the 400 one. I probably shouldn't have because I haven't taken a lot of biology anyways. So I take the 400 level one and it's like intense. Like the exams were intense. I wasn't doing very well in that class either. I was doing better than I was in physics, but I wasn't doing as good as they should have been. And so then I was like, dang it, like I am not doing well. And so I was also trying to study for my MCAT because I was in an MCAT class. And then I was kind of like, I had to make this decision, like, do I really want to do that right now? Like, I'm not doing well in my classes. Is that really the smartest decision? So I had to refund my MCAT, which the MCAT is $330. And I only got 160 back, which is really sucky. But I paid for it by myself. And I had already bought UWorld, which is another $300. I was in that MCAT class, which was $700. It's like all these like huge payments, and that's the frustrating part about pre-med is like you have to have money to do it. Like unless you're getting like fee waivers and stuff, I don't know how you could afford all the resources to do well. So I was taking my MCAT class and then I was like, okay, I have to give myself a break. I can't do this right now. So I refunded it and I just focused on my class. But I was so burnt out. Like, I mean, I've never been so burnt out. So I took my exams, and this was the horrible part, was I had biochemistry and physics 2 exam on the same day, and it was like my biochem was from 12 to 2 and my physics was 20 minutes after, from 2 to 5 or whatever. So I really had to like build up the motivation and discipline to even take those exams. And since I knew I could like study more for biochemistry, I went ahead and studied a lot for that. Because physics, I was like, I've tried studying, I've studied for many hours before and it doesn't help. So I'm just gonna focus on biochemistry. I'm just gonna wing the physics exam. I want to be honest about what I got on these exams because I think it's important to say it, and it's embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed about it, but also it's like I tried my best. I was at a horrible point in my life. I took my biochemistry exam and honestly I thought I did good. Like, I thought I did pretty decent. And then immediately after, I go to physics. It was in the same room and I don't know anything on this exam. Like, I think I only knew one. like one multiple choice answer out of 20. And it's multiple choice. Like, I honestly, after I tell you my score, you'd be like, I could go blind into that exam. You could have went into that exam and done better than I did. I don't know why I did so horrible on it, but okay, let me continue with my story. So I got a 58 on that exam. A 58 on that exam. And it dropped my grade from a B to a C+. That's how big of a curve there was in this exam. So I had been doing B work all semester, and then I ended up with a C+, which was frustrating because it's like, I did better than that the whole semester. Why am I being judged off this one exam? I just like don't even want to say the physics exam. I'm gonna say it because it's real and it's honest, and I'm sure other people are, I don't know, maybe you're not, maybe you're smarter than I am. I got a 4 out of 20 on my multiple choice, and I finished the class with a B-. I don't even know how, but yeah, not proud of that exam, but it's over, and like, that is the best part. It was so hard. It was the hardest semester of my life. Some people were like, if I get a C, I'm gonna retake the class. I'm not retaking that class. I'm not retaking either of those classes. Those were the hardest classes I've ever taken. I'm not retaking. And it was really hard to be like, do I even still want to go to med school? I can't even get above a 20% on my physics 2 exam. Like, it made me feel so stupid. And that's so frustrating because I know I'm not stupid. I just moved on. I took like a really long rest break. I was gonna take a class in the summer, intensive writing class, and I dropped it because I was like, no, I can't do anything right now. Like, I'm exhausted. So I didn't take it, and I ended up taking a month off because I did have to take anatomy this summer. That's what I'm in right now. So that was my semester, and I'm sorry that I didn't film as much as I'd like. I was drowning in homework and in bad grades, and I couldn't get myself to film because it was like, I can't put any more effort into other things when I'm not doing good in the main thing. But now, like last night, I got this wave of like, I want to film this video, this video, this video. So suddenly I'm like back into it. Like, that's why I'm filming this right now. I was so excited last night, like for no reason. I just got this wave of excitement. I was like, I can't wait to film. So I wanted to update you guys because it's been so long. So anyways, I'm taking anatomy right now, and I just took my anatomy lab exam and I got a 98%. And I'm so happy to finally see a good grade. Like, I cannot tell you how just beaten down my ego and my self-esteem has been from school. I can't remember the last time I've done well on an exam, so it was so nice to finally do good for once. I'm also working here this summer, so I'm in Bloomington this summer. I work at McNutt, and we have these conferences that come in, and we're basically like a hotel operation. I'm actually like a supervisor position, which is really nice because I get to build my own hours and I get to create my own schedule. So it's nice, and I get my housing paid for. I get meals free. I've also been going through a lot with friends and just like relationship wise, because I'm not in a relationship, but gosh, I just like cannot quit finding trouble everywhere I go. I want to actually make a podcast. I just like got this wave of like productivity last night. I want to like make a podcast. I want to buy a microphone. I want to like talk to you guys because I still love videography and I still love videoing like my day and showing you guys what I'm doing. But I also really want to sit down and like tell you guys like in depth my experience, and if you guys would even want to listen, I don't know. I could do like a trial run. If nobody watches it, then I'll just stop doing it. But I want to talk to you guys more because I feel like I've gone through a lot in college, and I feel like no one really talks about all the things you go through. And I think it'd be kind of interesting to make a podcast, and it'd just be on YouTube, so it wouldn't be much of a difference. So I was thinking about trying that. I try not to date in college because I have anxious attachment style, and so I'm very like, I worry a lot and I need like reassurance, and so that's just like hard to ask of people. It's not hard to ask. It's just hard to ask of people in college because a lot of people don't want to do that. And so I've not found my my person. I have not found the right person that doesn't make me feel like I'm asking too much, because I keep seeing these quotes that are like, you're not asking too much, you're asking the wrong person. And I genuinely do believe that, because I think that if you guys are going through anything, because I never talk about relationships or anything like that, which I don't know how, because I am always going through some stupid relationship, and that's why I don't talk about it, because it's just stupid. I want you guys to know, if you guys are going through any type of relationship troubles, that healthy love exists. If you feel anxiety about it constantly, your body is warning you. Like, this is not a safe relationship for you. And I think the biggest thing about relationships that I've learned is that if I don't feel safe, but like safe as in secure, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because if you think long term about relationships, then, I mean, if you don't feel secure now, how are you gonna feel when you're like sharing finances and you're trying to have children, you're trying to live together? Like, I just don't see it being feasible to keep going. So I've been put in so many, I mean, I'm not being put in them, I'm choosing to be in these situations that are so detrimental to my mental health that I'm like, no. But it's taken a lot of experience and self-love and awareness to be able to get yourself out of situations that make you feel not good and not seen and unsafe and not secure. So I think that it's okay to, you know, choose the rush of like, oh, I don't know what's happening next, do they like me, you know. And it's such a dangerous game to play, because that's the whole point usually of the other person. They're just playing a game, so you're probably putting your heart into them and your like love and everything into them, and quite frankly, they just don't really care. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because a lot of people do not have your best interest. And I don't want to disregard that there are people that do, but you really have to be careful about who you let into your life. And I'm going to be more careful about that going forward, because for a while I was just a little bit ignorant about it. Ignorant on purpose, because there'd be times when I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm a pre-med student, I get A's, why am I letting this person treat me like this? Like, it took a lot for me to walk away sometimes. And if you need a sign, this is your sign. If they're not treating you right, walk away. Walk away, because it is a privilege to know you and to access you. You are the one in control. No one's holding a gun to your head saying you have to be with this person. Just some food for thought. That's why I want to make a podcast, because I have a lot more to say about that topic. Because gosh, I could make a whole list of things that I don't want to in a relationship, and that I've learned through like dating. I mean, I haven't dated anybody since sophomore year of college. But like, I could make a list of red flags that I've seen in the people that I've had like little situationships with, little like, we talk. If you guys are interested, let me know, because I'd love to talk more about it. I'm getting ready right now for church. So I'm going to City Church in Bloomington. My favorite church ever that I've ever been to. Literally, I look forward to this so often. And there was a long rut where I was like, not into church, and that was really hard, because every single time that I leave this church, I don't want to say all churches, because not all churches are my cup of tea, and I think some churches promote the wrong thing. I think that your church should be about love and not judging others. That's the main goal. We want to fight for eternity, like, and eternity for us and eternity for other people. So I never understood like the judging aspect of churches, where they make you feel guilty, they make you just feel really bad about yourself, and then you don't want to come back because, wow, I felt like crap during that service. So, like, why would you want to come back? So, I'd also love to make a podcast about that topic because I have a lot to say about that. I had a lot of trouble going to church, and I was just so, I can't tell you how exhausted I was this school year. Like, I finally feel like I have energy again, but I was almost like depressed. And I didn't feel like emotionally depressed, but my body was like exhausted. I couldn't like stand to be awake. I just needed to take a nap. I needed to go to bed early, which just showed you how rough this semester was on me. So I wasn't going to church. I wasn't feeling like going to church. And I finally started going again, and it has been so good. I think being spiritual and like depending on God more and having like a deeper personal relationship with God, I think has helped me a lot. And I think sometimes like I fall into it where it's like I go to church just to go, and I don't want it to be just to go. I want it to be like life-giving. I go to church sometimes, and when we worship, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to worship today. But the people in the front that are with me aren't worshiping just to worship, just to like check a box, just to come to church. They're worshiping because they need to. Like, you can tell, like, we are all like getting by week to week, and church is getting us through the week. And it's such a different environment when people are in desperation for Jesus, and you don't see that at a lot of churches. And I love the energy of like, I need this. Like, this is life-giving to me. So I've really been enjoying church lately, and I try to go as often as I can. I've also been making more friends. I'm trying to only surround myself with things that I want, which is sometimes hard because I work. I don't want to work all the time, and I don't want to do classes all the time, but I've created this environment around me of people that like love me and that I love, and I'm able to grow better by having that support. And it's just really good, and it's been a really good summer. And it's been hard at points, and you know, dealing with like heartbreak sometimes is hard, and that's been hard. But I've been trying to get back into hobbies and stuff that I really enjoy so that I can feel more like me again. And since I'm done with this get ready with me, I can talk about it more in another video, but since I haven't been on YouTube in a while, I wanted to update you guys. And I forgot to say my hair is brown. So thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I'm sorry that I've been so inconsistent, but I promise it'll get back to normal soon, and I'm gonna try to make a lot of videos this week. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys very soon. My camera's about to die, so that's kind of why I'm rushing it. But this is my dress, and I have a nose ring now. Anyways, I wanted to interrupt and show you guys. Alright, love you guys. Bye.